I think in general, I don't know if I would say it fell short, but I think we are still figuring out the guest communication piece. There's many tools that have tried to come in and deal with guest communication on behalf of vacation rental companies. And can they share the Wi-Fi code? Absolutely. The hard part becomes a couple areas. When it gets more complex in terms of information and where to get that information, I find that a lot of these tools currently connect to your PMS, but they don't connect to your Notion or your Monday.com or your Supabase or your Neon or wherever you really have kind of this main amount of information. And so they're really subjected to just what's in the listing or the back end of the listing. And so I think that that overarchingly is something that will have to change if these companies want to improve. There are some good options right now, but just for what's available to them. And then the second part of that is the ability to call vendors, to coordinate, to go back and forth has not been something I've been able to see yet. And so I kind of wonder, there are some off-the-shelf products that are talking about moving towards that more AI partner. How do we integrate into your business rather than just being something that sits beside it? And I'm excited to see where that goes. I also think there's a world where the best option may end up being that we build that ourselves internally. And so that's kind of the debate we're looking at right now is like, how do you really tackle this beast? And the reason we talk guest communication so much is because there's just so much information flow. So it seems like a high ROI piece to help with. Not to mention, I don't know if you've ever talked to anyone who does the actual boots on the ground guest support. I'm sure you have. I'm just saying that to say when you talk to them, they love when they get to make a guest stay. They love when they get to call them and the guest is happy or they get to drop off that bottle of wine. But the coordination of a guest service agent is massive. It's an entire day of moving information from here to there, putting out fires, dealing with this person, helping them, coordinating somebody's ride because somebody's grandma made a different flight than them or this or that. And there's a million things going on. And so for me, I look at too, when you have that type of stressful job, it's going to lead to higher turnover, which is really something we're trying to avoid because I think that having familiarity with the homes, having familiarity with the clients is so helpful. And so when I look at that too, I look at, man, this guest communications piece becomes so important because if we can take that pressure off them, we're going to have a better work environment. We're going to have a better culture. Our guests and clients are going to have a better experience, and we're just going to be faster. And so the guest communication is a tough piece. There's a lot of companies working on it, and I don't think anyone's nailed it yet.
Interesting. Welcome back to The Loop, your weekly dose of all things property management. I'm your host, Colin Stewart, and each week we're going to dive into the latest trends, strategies, and stories shaping the property management world. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, we're here to provide insights, expert interviews, and practical tips to help you navigate the ever-evolving landscape of property management.